Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. A man must develop himself holistically. Holistically. Now I'm going to tell you what, anybody who's been following me a while, anybody who's read my books, they'll tell you it's not just about developing one part of yourself. Because you got a lot of guys, they'll talk about looks maxing. Let's use that for a great example. Everybody's talking about developing their looks and everything. Okay, that's great. That's great. What about the rest of you? You know, you got some guys talking about, well, okay, I'll get plastic surgery and everything. Okay, say you get it, it's successful. What about the rest of you? Because let me use that as a great example. You get some guys thinking, well, if I change my looks, everything will change. No, you'll just get more people to look at you. Your personality, that's not going to change your personality. Because your personality is deeply embedded. It was built from the time you were born, really before you were born. If you got a jacked up mindset, just changing just your looks ain't going to do it. You got to change your mindset with it. So you change that mindset and everything. Okay, what about everything else? Are you developing your body? All right, body game. Are you developing your body, your physicality? Okay, you got to still develop that. You got to develop your sense of style and everything. You got to develop your sense of style, or at least a style that speaks to who you are. You got that, and now all that's on the surface. Let's get back to the mindset. If you got a poverty mindset, just changing your outer is not going to change anything. Now, I use a great example with that. Think about how many people have won lotteries. And they spent that money in a year. Their mindset hasn't changed. They don't know how to work with money as a tool. They don't know how to make the money work for them. Okay, yeah, you gave them some money, but they still got that poor mentality. Now, if you have a certain mentality when you're dealing with women, superficial changes ain't going to change everything. Like, I give you a great example. The clothing. Like, say somebody say, well, I'm gonna be swagged out, wear some clothing. How often have you seen someone wearing a suit and it still didn't work for them? It still didn't work for them because their mindset. Because you can get two different men wear the same suit or wear the same style of clothes, but on one it's going to look good, the other is not. It's the mindset. We keep coming back down to that mindset, but it's very important because you got to develop yourself on all levels. You got to develop yourself. What's your thinking like? Do you have that warrior? Can you go out there and make money? Do you know how to have fun? Do you have some psychological issues that you need to deal with, period? Because you can't just say one and then, because I'm going to tell you something now. The way women are, they look at your entire package any damn way. And see, a lot of guys don't get it. They think they just look at one thing and stop. No, men might do that. Women, they start from head to toe, sometimes from toe to head. They look at every little part of you, every little part. And they looking at not just your physicality, but your behavior. They looking at your body language. What if you put on you know, you hit the gym. You say, okay, I'm gonna listen to Uncle Rom. I'm going to hit the gym. What if you know, you get the hair cut and stuff. You do something, you fix your face up. Okay, what's your body language saying? Because if you still have that mentality, you don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna tell you what, I've had people hit me, say this publicly on some videos and hit me up privately. They'll say, Ron, you know what? It seemed like I've been hitting the gym, doing all this stuff, but I'm still having trouble. And you ask them why, and they was always say, when I was younger, the women rejected me. That's why, once again, I'm gonna bring it back around to that psychological thing. You still have that mindset. In fact, that's why you get some handsome men. Now, you know, some people think it's just looks. Okay, it's just the face. Okay, you got some handsome men out there still having trouble. That's because their mindset, they don't know what to do with it, or they didn't realize they were handsome, they were late bloomers, something, but they still get that mindset of being like that geeky 13-year-old. You got to develop that. Like, you have to develop all aspects, every single aspect, to the greatest extent possible. I can't emphasize that enough, because women look at the big picture. And then, well, let's take it away from women to get through life. Because whatever you have a weakness in, whatever situation, wherever you at, you have a weakness in, that's what'll stop you from getting to the next level. It'll always come down to that. It might seem small to you, but it'd be that one thing. I'm gonna tell you what, because anybody who follows me know I'm known for talking about man against woman, but if you look at my overall picture, it's about just succeeding in life. Just getting in life. It could be just that small thing. It could be that small thing. And, it could be having too much of an ego. Or I'm gonna tell you what, there's so many little things. It could be you decided to, for whatever reason, you have trouble connecting to people. Or and that's significant. Like, you might look good. Hey, you might look great. And you might getting in a profession where you're making some money, but you still having trouble getting to the next level because you having trouble connecting with people. You might be on a job and you're making good money, but for some reason you can't get a raise. For some reason you're not on that fast track. It's because you're having trouble. Okay, you need to work on it. Somebody else might have issues getting through life because they got abandonment fears. So they might hang in relationships too long, or they might be too gregarious, or always try to insert themselves into situations when sometimes they need to learn how to chill out. That's very important. They might have to deal with that. Somebody else might have a control issue. Seriously, that could be it. Like, a guy could have a serious control issue, and a lot of women don't want to deal with it. A lot of women don't want to deal with it. Or that control issue, it annoys you when you're trying to do some work or you're trying to build something, because it's to the point where it's harming you. Yes, you want to control your life as much as possible, but when you start trying to control others, it can be a problem. You got some people, they got a victim mentality. They got a victim mentality and stuff. Like, you get a lot of guys, no matter what's happening, they can see the victim side of it. Oh, they. How's that helping you to succeed? And then you got some people, some men, the thing that's hurting them is they're a little too cold-blooded. And it can hurt them in connecting with the people for business. It can hurt them in connecting with people, with the women specifically, to hook up for relationships. It could hurt. We all have something, every single person. Anybody, look, I put it like this. Anybody who's watching this and they say, I don't have anything, I'm perfect, everything's good for me. All right, well, show us your channel, YouTube, something. Because you need to set an example for the rest of the planet. If your shit is perfect, we all working on something. And see, a man can't just he has to look at himself holistically. Okay, he wants to develop himself just to succeed in life. Holistically, the whole picture. Because like I said, that one little thing that you ain't thinking about, that's what's hurting you. Or that one little thing you think, I can get past this, that's what's hurting you. That's very important. And that's my main thing. Anybody read my books, they say, when I talk about the real man, that's the man who really developed himself. The man who can be a nice guy when he needs to be, and a player when he needs to be. And when I say player, I don't mean he's getting multiple women, he just got the skills. And if you got that, boom, that's been my theme all this time. So anyway, I want y'all to really think about it. If you develop yourself, yes, work on your face, work on your body, work on your haircut, work on everything you need, work on your finances, work on your psychology, work on any issues that you have that's holding you back. Develop yourself holistically. All right. So that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.